So I thought it might be a little interesting to see behind the scenes the not so sexy side of speaking, traveling. So I'm doing a little tour now, 6 presentations in 5 different cities in about a week and a half. First thing when I get to the airport, bottle of water. And by the way, if you don't know me well, I'm a germaphobe, so I'm always washing my hands and always like, anyway. So heading to Dallas to Tallahassee. So stay tuned. Heading through pre-check, and here's where I'll come back to. Like any good story, the circle close. The opening connects to the close. I learned that if you're standing at the beginning of group 5, that's just as good as being at the end of group 4. So in the Dallas airport, and actually have a long layover, which is nice. I'm tired as it probably looks. I'm not a huge fan of doing a layover on a flight, but all right, let's just be honest here. So if you watch this video, I'm just gonna tell it like it is, and you're gonna know more about me, and not that you care, but if you do, you're gonna know the truth. So I told you I'm a germaphobe. Now, I usually fly direct, but I'm also trying to be conscious of the people who are bringing me in. So I'm being brought in by NSA Fort Lauderdale, so I don't want to like break the budget. And I have a little extra time too. I'm going to Tallahassee tonight, gonna attend a TLI tomorrow, and then speak tomorrow night in Tallahassee, Florida. I hear it's freezing, so not looking forward to that. That's why I thought I was going to Florida. Anyway, so more truth coming your way. Long layover, so I'm treating myself to a chicken fajita. That's the cool thing about traveling, getting to see sights like that. Cool coming to a little airport, car rental counter, and now we do the waiting for the bags. And with this trip, usually I just have one of these telling me where to go, but this trip is a little crazy. So this is not the part that I like, not the glamour side of speaking. Finding a rental car late at night when it's freezing, but hey, we love what we do. This is the other side of speaking. Well, the coolest things I learned early on in a rental car, if you look at the gas gauge, notice the little arrow next to the tank. It tells you what side the tank is on in rental cars. I just thought that was cool. So here's the first thing you look for when you go and are traveling. Can you plug in next to the bed? And yes, free shower cap. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is the view out my hotel room. Beautiful Tallahassee. Pool, Florida. Yeah, might ice over. So day 1, I don't know if you can see it, but I was just leaning in to dry my face on a face cloth, and I hit the rack above. But this is the year of more humor and more laughter. Can't let things get to you. Well, I can't let things get to me. I've been doing that a lot, and it's time for more fun. Just laugh. All right, another thing to laugh at. I got up, I rushed, I ran downstairs for the meeting. I thought it was 8, maybe 9, and lo and behold, it starts at 3. So I'm all dressed up in a tie and nowhere to go. So just laughing at myself. I should've, yeah. All right, 1 issue, 2 laughs. I now looked up the event, did some research, and found out I'm late for the event. It's actually at a different site. So a mentor, Rosemary Very, one of my mentors in NSA when I first started, said, if you can laugh at yourself, you'll never run out of good material. I'm good. All right, so this is the lobby where the event is tonight, and the calm before the storm. So here we are in District 84. So, getting the lay of the land. Our district leaders Mr. Make Things Happen.
Learned skill. In fact, without a funny bone in his body and a willingness to fail, he pursued his childhood. Mr. Contest Chair.
So we want to thank you, Darren, for coming. We had a great event. We got you here today in Tallahassee, an area that we don't normally get to put on an event at. And not only did we have a wonderful time, we feel that everyone really learned something, and we can't wait to have you back. Thank you for making this a wonderful evening, and I'm sure that District 84 and any other district you may have the opportunity to speak at will be better off for it.
And Darren, I was in the back of the room. I saw a lot of our members, and they seemed really engaged. I was watching them watch you, and a lot of them came up to me after the fact and said thank you.
Sweet. Anything to add?
Always entertaining, Darren. Thank you.
All right, so leaving Tallahassee, heading to Orlando. Road trip, about 4 hours or so. It's a beautiful day. I prefer to drive in the daytime, big time. Let's do this. I got a full tank of gas, and I'm on a mission from God. $99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. So we're here now in Orlando, Florida, and this young lady came up to me and...
From Claremont, yeah.
And we're in Orlando. How far away is that?
Yeah, it's about an hour drive, yeah.
And why did you come?
Well, because I missed you the last presentation, and I could not afford to miss you again, because I'm a big fan, and I have been following Darren for a while now, so thank you for being here, and I'm so excited to see your presentation.
Awesome. Thanks for coming.
You.
Thanks for your enthusiasm. This is a cool thing. This only was a couple days ago. Scott and I put this together, and boom, he filled the room.
Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing on this beautiful tropical Orlando evening? Everyone loving this?
Yeah.
A couple of emails, a couple of Facebook messages. You know people who want to do something with themselves. And look what happens. We fill a room in 2 days. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Give it up.
So here we are with Scott, ScottRocks.com. Scott, I just reached out to him how many days ago?
Friday morning.
Friday morning. And I said, hey, there's a chance I could be in Orlando. Do you think we could put something together? Scott made magic happen tonight. And how did you do this? How did you pull it off?
You know, Toastmasters were connected, and when you want to be the tide that helps all ships rise, people gather around you. And I sent out an email, I put it on Facebook, I put some details back out, I made a couple of phone calls, and in 3 days we ended up with 42 people tonight.
Nice.
When you're a Toastmaster, it's a privilege, and when you reach out, people want to come. And this is why they come. They come for someone like Darren LaCroix. Not for someone like me, they come for someone like Darren LaCroix.
He made it happen. Mr. Make Things Happen. Hey there, you never know who's in your audience. I did a presentation several months ago, and in my audience was a gentleman who's a Toastmaster named Vic, and Vic works for Hello Florida, and that's a destination management company, and they run big conferences, and I learned early on you got to build a relationship, and so I reached out to him, which is not something I'm in the habit of doing, but I really felt it was necessary and a good thing to do, and he invited me to come here for a tour of what a destination management company is. So I'm in. Hey there, Darren, jumping in my trusty rental car here, and in Orlando, headed now to, where am I going? Tampa. So I'm really excited, and I got some new ideas about my presentation tonight and learning all the way. And I'm actually listening to Craig Valentine's Back of the Room Selling, because I realized even though some people know me and I have a good reputation, it's like I still have to sell. People still need to be, I hate to use the term, but people still need to be sold. It's horrible, but there's so many little objections in their mind. Knowing you've got a good value, knowing you can help people, and I need that reminder too that they still have to be walked through the process to understand the value, not just, hey, if you want to stay connected, that's not enough. So a lesson learned. I even got an email from somebody who was at the program on Monday here in Orlando who said, your close kind of was not good, and I was not inspired. I love the honesty, so it's got me to go back and look at what I'm doing and what I'm saying. So anyway, lesson learned on the road, heading to Tampa. This is really kind of exciting, nice little trip and relaxing. Got a day or two in between each one, and but still trying to maintain business. So here we go. All right, pulling out my Regina folder and where I'm headed next, and plugging it into maps. Thank goodness for GPS. I can't imagine having to do this years ago. For those of you who are speakers for years, I don't know how you did it. Crazy, but I'm thankful. Disney World, woohoo, celebration. Hey, by the way, just a quick idea. What's been really cool is just a reminder to capture your ideas. And I'm capturing my idea now, and had an interesting observation. I remember my early days of stand-up. When you have a funny idea hits you, you grab it, capture it, you don't know what you're gonna do with it. And I just drove by the Amway Center in Orlando, and it was kind of, okay, it's cool, it's the Amway Center. I remember when they first started naming sports facilities, it was like, they get the naming rights, which cost millions and blah, blah, blah. I just saw for the first time ever, next to the Amway Center is the Geico Garage. They like sold the naming rights to the parking garage for the Amway Center. That's crazy. I gotta do some more research and look into that. And my old comedy mind, or the funny thinking is, okay, what about naming rights? What else could we sell naming rights to? You know, Stage Time University, kitchen table. You know, without us, you'd be eating on the floor. I don't know. But that's how funny bits start, with just an idea that inspires you, and then you play with it, you go deeper, you talk to other funny people about it, and that's where it comes from. So I made it here to Tampa. Thank you to Dunkin' Donuts. If you're ever coming to one of my seminars, bring me a Dunkies. I will smile. Yeah, remember to enjoy the journey, and driving road trips can be fun and nice, but what can you do, or what can you bring with you? And one of mine, just sipping a Dunkin' Donuts coffee along the highway, is a beautiful thing. All right, remember at the beginning I said I'm going to be honest about this. Okay, so I had to, when I stopped at Dunkin' Donuts along the way, I had to go to the bathroom really bad. And they had two tiny little bathrooms, the men's and the ladies. And I went to the men's room and it was locked. So, confession, yeah, I used the ladies' room. But I will say I made sure the seat was down when I was done. Just being real. Anyway, enjoy the journey. Sometimes I get a little frustrated with myself when I overpack, and this is all I'm bringing with me. But this time it was freezing in Tallahassee. It's super hot now here down in Tampa, but I'm not going to complain because I am so glad I had extra clothes of all kinds. So I'm in my room, and honestly I have some great friends here in Tampa, and I reached out to them to have lunch, and both of them were busy, so that's not going to work out. But I realized another reason I asked them is I didn't want to do this one important thing. On the road, one of my biggest challenges is putting my butt in that seat and getting work done. Traveling can be fun, but I know when I get back, I'm always frustrated that I got behind in a lot of things. So that's one of the toughest part of travels for me. It's exciting traveling, but working on the road, not so much.
Written articles about everything. Found about me around the event. I have about 20 minutes to speak.
So this is Kathy and Kathy. They're the ones that made it happen tonight. Thanks, ladies. How did you get 88 people here tonight?
Hey, Darren, that's all we had to say. Yeah, Darren McCrory's in town, and that's all we needed to know. Yeah. But we did a lot of word of mouth. We priced it just right, and everything's really exciting.
Well, thank you all so much for coming.
More laughs in your very next presentation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even if you don't think you're funny,
All right, 2 cities down, did Tampa last night, and I am driving now to Fort Lauderdale, 4 hours to get to the next destination where I meet with Chim, District Director, and talk about the plans for this weekend. Speaking Friday night for Toastmasters and Saturday for NSA, and then I head to TLI in the Bahamas on Saturday afternoon after NSA. So, road trip, 4 hours. Jumping on 275. Alright, truth be told, I lip sync. And I try not to drown out the actual singer because I don't sound good. But it is a way to have fun. And this video recording isn't allowing me to do both at once. But you really, it's like, it kind of looks like that. Yeah, it's goofy, and it's the truth. Oh well. You gotta amuse yourself on road trips. Okay, so I dropped off my rental car. I'm at the airport. It's a beautiful day. It was cloudy all the way down here. And I'm at ride sharing. So I'm still kind of learning how to use Uber. I think I'm in the right spot. For you younger viewers, Uber is new. There didn't used to be Uber. It used to be take a taxi or have a friend and wait. So, anyway, next adventure begins here in Fort Lauderdale. So, got to my hotel. It was a nice greeting. Wine and cheese. So once I get to a hotel, then it's like nesting. I've got to like set up my bathroom and put out my shaving kit and get everything the way I like it. And I'm a germaphobe. Did I mention that? So anyway, life on the road. Then it's ironing. Fun. So having breakfast at the hotel. Really cool ambiance here. This used to be an Embassy Suites. But here's my favorite part of this place compared to like the IHOP yesterday. Actual cream, as opposed to the little plastic cups individually that I need like 12 of them. Then next is, gotta get back to writing out affirmations every morning. Used to do it a long time ago and time to get back to it. Making some changes. So here's another little interesting thought. What do you believe? And do people notice, or people notice what you're doing? One of the things that my faith is important to me, and I love this new cross that I have, given to me by my friend Adeline. And I pray before my meals, and I honor other people and respect others' opinions, but it's important to me, and it's important that I show it and do it. So. Blessing my food now. I'm the king of the world. It's boring. All right, you gotta understand, I live in a desert. This is awesome. So here's setting up the meeting room. And it's always interesting and fascinating. When I got here, this door was squeaking. So fortunately we're here early enough that we could have engineering come down and oil it so it doesn't be really loud and annoying. They're working. So I did Toastmasters last night. I'm with my friend Guy Burns in his tiny little car. Couldn't even fit all the luggage. But the adventure continues off to NSA and then from there the Bahamas. So I love Guy. He is such a remarkable man and now a professional, Mr. CSP. So we had a lot of laughs together. He's got one of the best laughs ever. So we're getting ready at the Westin here in Fort Lauderdale for Florida FSA. Let's do this.
Ribbon. Would you please stand and be recognized as well? Okay, this is it.
So just finished at NSA and now headed to the airport. The amazing Chim is taking care of me, and she's taking care of all the arrangements, and we get there, it's a little crazy, right? They're getting me through customs, and you just gave me my itinerary, and it's like this and this time and this time. Chim is amazing and awesome, and she's speechless at the moment, but she's awesome, and she's the one who put all this together and coordinated everything. So off, and hopefully we'll make it to the airport on time so I can get through for the international flight. So made it to the airport, got through the gate or TSA, and now here heading to Nassau, Bahamas. And the coolest part is there's supposed to be a police escort in order to get me to the conference on time. That's never happened. It's just a timing thing. I'm not special, but it's really cool. All right, made it to the gate. Looks like all is good. Sometimes you never know. I hate to go through the airport this way in a hurry, but sometimes it happens. It's 6:07. I'm supposed to be on stage at 7:30, so I'm still on the plane and I still got to get to the hotel. Let's see. So I just got met after customs by Garth Jackson. That's the coolest name ever.
It is.
That's like, you need to be a rock star. So here we are. And these are my escorts to get me to the conference on time. Thank you, gentlemen. All right. Guys, thanks for enjoying this with me. My first police escort ever. Could be my last, too. All right. Let's do this. And remind me how long you've been a Toastmaster?
Been a Toastmaster for 20 years now.
20?
Yeah, Toastmasters took my youth from me.
That's awesome.
It's been a rewarding experience.
See, you've been a Toastmaster for 4 years.
Yes, 4 years.
You're like 16 to go.
To catch up.
Talk about rock star treatment. Yes, please don't crash.
No, sir.
That would not be good. But hey, the police would be here.
Yeah.
Very quickly. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
Have a good night.
All right, see you.
Thank you.
No problem, anytime.
You did it. You got me here safely and quickly.
Yes,
We want to welcome Darren to the Bahamas and to our TLI session in beautiful Nassau, Bahamas. And Darren, we want you to know that you will have a momentous trip, and we are here for you, and you are part of us now. For the next 3 days, you are part of us, and we'll take good care of you, Darren.
We made it. This is our co-chair. Thank you very much for having me.
Not a problem.
So I haven't had time to go to my room, but Chim requested I wear a tie. So throwing a tie on quick before I run out there and do this. This is exciting. I'm actually pretty pumped. All right, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm exhausted. Even the next day. It is a pretty amazing view. Although, one thing I didn't count on was it's kind of cold. And because I had to go right through customs, I couldn't have check-in bags. And so I just have shorts with me. I have a pair of jeans. Didn't pack for this weather. Anyway, I know you're not feeling too bad for me, but this is really cool. And it feels super fortunate we're gonna get to what I get to do. But obviously, it's super early in the morning in my head, and just wanted to be real. I have to get ready for a radio interview this morning, and tomorrow another radio interview, TV, and meet the Prime Minister. It's kind of cool. So Leonardo and his brother are taking us to a Christian radio station to plug Toastmasters, and I was just told that Antonia is the host, and she's also a motivational speaker. Here we are at Joy FM 101.9. Look at this handsome dude. Hello. So this is Antonia. She is the host of this Christian talk radio show. Joy. My brother, Leonardo, and my brother's brother, Andre.
It's simple to join. We have over 30 clubs that span across the islands of the Bahamas. We have clubs that meet from Monday through Fridays.
Outspoke 25,000 contestants from 14 countries to become the world champion of public speaking.
First, listen to you. I was telling Andre, I said there's something about this guy. He has a spirit on him. And the spirit it has to be the spirit of God, because when he speaks, there's an anointing. It's like you have a relationship with God, and the Spirit of God speaks through him when he opens his mouth. So there's something totally different. It's power. It's like you hear God's voice speaking to your heart for you to change, or for you to be what he's created you to be. That's awesome.
And what did you say about in the radio show?
The whole atmosphere in the room changed. It was just like a presence came in that was so convicting. It made you wanted to receive, but then it also made you want to change. It also made you want to push and to try and to really convict the feelings and emotion that you can, you will, you shall. So it was a good experience.
So we're here at Harvest Church in the Bahamas with my Toastmasters brothers and sisters and our pastor.
I got two thumbs up.
What's it? And what's it like pastoring and giving a sermon in front of Toastmasters?
It is nerve-wracking every single time. I get nervous every single time. Toastmasters, y'all worry me. So I am super conscious of all my ahs and arms and everything else. So.
And I learned that he has a running joke about coffee is a sin.
That's right. So I don't drink coffee. I'm a Christian.
Thank you so much, Pastor. Thanks for welcoming in the Toastmasters.
Awesome sauce.
All right. So this used to be a movie theater, and they turned it into a church. It's actually pretty awesome inside.
Yes, welcome to Frankie Gone Bananas.
We're here with our Toastmaster friends who also joined us at church.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Brother. And we just made it a mission. So for everyone watching this video, this gentleman right here, Leonardo, is single on the police force, Toastmaster, man of God. So check him out. Go to his Facebook, see what he's up to. I love that he posts God right at the top. So this is our mission, to find him the perfect wife.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Let it be heard. Help us, Jesus. And I forgot the most important part. Ladies, he lives in the Bahamas.
Yeah, he does.
Talk about bonus. He lives in the Bahamas. Meet this man and move to the Bahamas and live happily ever after. Done. You're probably not feeling bad for me, but it's cold and I haven't seen anybody really on the beach, but one couple walking all bundled up. It is Monday morning. So today I get to meet the Prime Minister of the Bahamas and Her Excellency as well, the Governor. So I'm trying to figure out, what do I ask? As if you know me, I'm not very political, so I put it on Facebook, asked my sister, and see how this goes. But first, a TV show and a radio show. Let's do this.
I'm not certain who his co-host will be today, but today's interview should be fun on this show.
we are at Guardian Radio with my main man.
How are you?
Christmas may have ended, but Bahamas Air is still spreading their holiday cheer during the year-end sale. For a limited time only, you can book non-stop service into Houston for just $399. Miss travel now through January.
The island is just ripe with potential. Nothing in the morning. This first full work week in so many weeks here in the country. But yeah, so Toastmasters always doing some exciting things. I'm very pleased to have from Toastmasters here in studio with us the 2001
in the Bahamas and in Southeast Florida. So that's about 175 clubs in total.
Wow.
I am currently the club growth director for the district. And my job is to a shy person like me, because I am, and I always get nervous when it's time to speak, so that you can find an inexpensive tool that you could use to enhance yourself.
Great. Yeah, Darren, I have some people.
So we have to leave through the back door. This is not a drill. Exciting.
This is wild.
You have to finish the show. I got to finish the show.
Are we supposed to get away from the building? Everywhere we go, this guy knows someone. You know everyone. So we're here at Leonardo's High School, and I guess we're going to talk to some kids.
Speaking, which simply means that he beat out 25,000 contestants from 14 countries around the world to emerge as #1. Now, one of the interesting things, okay, go ahead, give him a round of applause. You are really, really young, and you're ambitious, and you have some goals. I want you to say, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah! Oh yeah! I'm learning, take God's voice, and I am trying to make the right choice. And I will promise to be everything. Now, what's the street?
This is the government house where we just met the Governor General. In front of it, they have Christopher Columbus. Quite a building. Okay, we were not allowed to bring our cameras in, but what were your thoughts on meeting Her Excellency?
Oh, it was superb, excellent as always, very stately woman, and of course very entertaining.
Nice opportunity, nice opportunity. So I hope that you enjoyed yourself, Darren.
Absolutely.
Hey Darren, were you frumped out?
What's that?
And Darren, what were your thoughts on meeting Her Excellency, the Governor General?
She's funny. I felt like I was walking into the White House.
Yes.
Like you know, it's, well, leave everything here.
Yes.
Okay, you must stand here, and you're making button my coat.
Yes.
I don't have a gun.
And her advice to you as a public speaker?
What I loved was I asked her about, because we get this a lot from women and women in leadership, and I asked her what was her advice to upcoming leaders, female leaders, and she said to remain humble, right?
Yes.
And to listen. So, coming from her, I would listen.
There you
but
go.
it was quite an experience, and thank you all for being here and joining me for this. This is the end of the road for Leonardo, my brother. Love you, man. And, hopefully we'll see you soon. Just getting a little. The chilly ocean. Driving in Bahamas. Well, I'm not driving, Andre's driving. Hola. Hola.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm so excited to meet you.
Thank you.
My normal self. And I had a terrible day because I was beating up myself on my way to Toastmasters. Because I said, how am I going to get my year started? You know, I've been trying.
The last glimpse Andre's taking me to the airport. Thank you, sir.
Morning. You're welcome.
Finally, my island time is over, unfortunately, but hope to be back. It's the land of roundabouts.
Too many.
But you have no stoplights. Or very few, I should say. Very few. Here's where it all started. And here's where we return to. So it was really cool seeing the guy next to me, so excited to land in Las Vegas that he was taking pictures, and it reminded me we often take for granted our own hometown and what we love about it. So don't take it for granted. Remember how cool it is wherever you live and how cool home is. So it's been a cool trip. I'm super glad to be home, but I wouldn't change a thing.